I'm in Microsoft Word right now, and I want to give you just a little preview of what it's like to manually create an annotated bibliography. So I'm in Microsoft Word, I'm in New, I'm going to select New Document. Alright, I want to enlarge the screen, which is down here on the right. The first thing I want to do is to insert my right header. Join me. I'm in Microsoft Word. We're going to create a bibliography document manually. I'm in Microsoft Word. I selected New. We're going to select Blank Document. I've enlarged the screen down here at this bottom right corner so that you can more easily see it. The first thing we always want to do, and especially if you're borrowing a computer from someone, is to check the format. And so we want to check the margins. Normal is 1 inch on all sides. That's what we need. Home. Calibri is an acceptable font. Another one is Times New Roman. You want all content to be in size 12. You want 2.0 line spacing. Next, we want to put in our right header. So we click on Insert. We're going to go all the way across to page number. Do not select header. Select page number, top of page, and plain number 3. You'll notice that this is grayed in. That means it's dynamic. It will change as we add pages to it. Click just in front of that and type in your last name. I will pretend to be Joe Student, and a space. Next, we're going to highlight all of that text. It is in Calibri, and change it to 2, and then close that. Now, if you decided you needed to change that, you would right-click on this, edit header, and it would put you back into that. And then you have to click on this little red box to close it. All right, so now this is an annotated bibliography. We need to add our left header, the student's name. Notice it double-spaced and went right back to the left margin. The instructor's name, the course name, today's date. Next, I'm going to put the title. Notice that I'm keeping it right now on the left margin. Then I'm going to hit Enter. After I get to this next line, I go back and click on Center. Do not change the font or the size or do anything. Just leave it as the regular text. This is all double-spaced. At this point, we're ready to start putting in the entries, and we need to set up the hanging indent. It's a little easier if you'll do it now rather than try to format it after you've typed in the entries. So at this point, you go up to you're in the Home ribbon. You go to the paragraph area and you select this tiny little box. And you go to Indentation and you click on Special, select Hanging, and notice that it gives you an example right here. Click OK. This means that every time we hit the Enter key on the computer, it will go back, reset to the left margin, and then the second, third, however many lines there are in the entry will be indented. It's like the opposite of a paragraph. So I'm just duplicating the example annotated bibliography. Watch what happens. When I type the period, always end your entry with a period, and then hit enter. Boom, it went back to the left margin. Now, I have Grammarly and I've got Microsoft Word's spelling checker turned on. And the red line told me that there was an error. And I like this correction, so that fixed it. Now this is the overall website, so that's the main title. And I want to put that in italics. This is the page title, so it's a minor title, and it goes in quotation marks. You'll notice that this went in blue because that is a website URL. If you wanted to, you can change this to black. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if it stays in blue and it prints out on any printer as black, or if it printed out in blue. We're more interested in the information being accurate and correctly shown than we are in color. All right, so let's go ahead and work on the next one. Notice those initial caps, that's MLA. And then I wanted to go back and I need to italicize the name of the book. This is a chapter in a book, an anthology. Now, you notice that I have been typing in the whole entry and then going back to do my corrections. I used to be a secretary many years ago, and I found out that if I just let the material flow and concentrate on the text I'm putting in, I'll make fewer errors. I won't be tempted to skip, and then I can go back and look at the whole thing. And you'll notice that this is an annotation. It's very short, right? And it's just describing what's going on with that. It's the 6 questions. And that one said, you need to put some hyphens in there. So I did that. All right. So now you have an idea. You just keep putting in the entries. And eventually you'll get to the bottom and you'll be typing. And all of a sudden you've got a new page. And that header will still say student and it'll say number 2. You do not want to put this left header at the same location you do this, that right header. If you do, this left header is going to show on every single page. You don't want that. You truly don't. You just put it on the first page for an annotated bibliography. Of course, if it's a works cited, you won't put that on the works cited page because your works cited will be attached to the essay, and all this information was on the first page of the essay.